Hey guys, this is Lee with Untapped Potential. Today we're doing a tutorial for a red-blue deck using only the base set cards. In this review, we'll go through the deck list, discuss the lines of play when making mulligans, and show some key strategies you should use while piloting this deck to victories. Let's start with the deck list. Our deck consists of 4 Perilous Mirror, 3 Ember Hauler, 3 Telling Time, 4 Twin Bolt, 3 Esper Zoa, 3 Bottle Gnomes, 4 Aeronaut Tinkerer, 2 Frost Lynx, 3 Juggernaut, 4 Scrapyard Mongrel, 2 Sky Eel School, 2 Barrage Ogre, 8 Islands, 9 Mountains, 2 Sulphur Falls, and 4 Izzet Guildgates. Don't worry if you didn't catch all that, there's a deck list in the description. Let's move on to mulligans. A good hand will contain both our colors, and we want to have about 3 lands if possible. If you had to pick one color, I'd prioritize red, as most of our cheap creatures, particularly our Ember Haulers, rely on the color, as does most of our removal in the form of Twin Bolt. A good draw will have several artifacts, as this deck is big on having artifacts, and their ability to be cast for any color of mana can help us in the early game. Creatures that play well with artifacts are better if you have an artifact in your hand, like a Perilous Mirror or a Juggernaut. You can keep one color hands, just make sure that if you do, you try to get your second color of mana out as quickly as possible so that you run a lower risk of drawing dead cards. Let's move on to our battle plan. This deck loves having artifacts out. Creatures get extra abilities like flying or extra power when an artifact is on the field. So something to always do is prioritize keeping your artifacts out and keeping them hale and hearty in order to maximize the damage we do to our opponent. The deck also features cards like Telling Time to help us find our artifacts, and cards like Twin Bolt to help us deal with pesky threats or to get through those last pivotal few points of damage, or to finish a combat that our creatures weren't quite able to finish on their own. One of the benefits of all our artifacts is that many of them have parting gifts when they die, such as Perilous Mirror's extra damage or the ability to sacrifice our Bottle Gnomes to gain some life. Combine this with abilities like our Ember Hauler, and we can do a lot of damage without even having to attack, letting us clinch games even when our opponent has a defense. Perilous Mirror, and the other creatures like it, can also make for very interesting blocking situations, allowing them to block one attack and then, using their damage abilities, to kill another creature after they die, netting us essentially a 2-for-1 in combat and saving a significant chunk of our life total. Finally, I have to warn you about the Esper Zoa. Make sure you have another cheap artifact out to return to your hand at the beginning of your turn, or Esper Zoa, being an artifact itself, will have to target itself. Perilous Mirror and Bottle Gnome are both excellent in this situation. I hope this video has been helpful to you, and I hope this helps you make better red-blue decks that you can use to crush the AI. This has been Lee with Untapped Potential. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.